Welcome everyone, Mike with Bowers Barbecue coming today from my office. Now today the Texas Monthly Top 50 Barbecue Joint list came out. I think we should talk about it. But first, we gotta start the fire. Okay, so this video, we're not talking about who on the list who shouldn't be. We're just gonna go through the top 10, give you my thoughts on those barbecue joints and kind of quickly go through the remaining barbecue joints. And then maybe at the end, I'll tell you who I think should have made the list that didn't. All right, so first of all, number 10 is Panther City Barbecue in Fort Worth, Texas. Panther City is fantastic. I love it. Have a video there from a couple months ago. Excellent brisket. My wife really loved the ribs there. Very sweet. They have the pork belly burn-in jalapeno poppers. Great barbecue. Number 9, Snow's Barbecue in Lexington, Texas. This was last year's number 1. Probably the most popular barbecue joint in the world right now because of the Netflix Chef's Table. Great place to go to. I absolutely enjoy hanging out there on a Saturday morning. Number 8, Ebby Mays in Wolford, Texas. Also now in Lubbock, Texas. This is one of my favorites. Top to bottom, one of the best menus you'll find. Great people, great building. I love Ebby Mays Barbecue. You should definitely head out to Lubbock. All right, number 7, Franklin Barbecue. Franklin Barbecue got everything started. Weren't for Franklin, I don't think so many people will be excited about this list. Am surprised they dropped out of the top 5, but still great barbecue. Kind of wonder if the to-go only format has something to do with that. Number 6, Cadillac Barbecue in Dallas, Texas. I love Cadillac. It gets better every time that I go. Well deserving of the top 10. Cadillac Barbecue is really good. Number 5, Leroy and Lewis. Now this is a place I've been trying to get to for a very long time. I've had Evan Leroy's food when he was the pitmaster at Freedman's. I've had it at a barbecue festival before. It's never been to his restaurant. Really want to go there and get some of those beef cheeks. And I think the kimchi sounds really interesting as well with the barbecue. All right, number 4 is Burnt Bean Barbecue Company in Seguin, Texas. Actually, Burnt Bean Company Barbecue, but great place. I went there about 2 weeks ago. At the time when I ate that, I thought it could be the number 1 barbecue joint in Texas. I still believe that. It's been a long time since I'm that impressed with the barbecue. I'm glad to say they made the top 5. Well deserving. Probably would have been my number 1. All right, next up is Truth Barbecue. 2 locations, one in Brenham, the original, and then Houston, Texas. I've had Truth's food before at festivals. Never been in the restaurant. Really want to go check them out. Number 2, Interstellar Barbecue. This was the biggest surprise, I think, for a lot of folks. I've heard of Interstellar out in Cedar Park. I've heard good things, but not enough buzz to get a top 10, much less a number 2. So this was a big shocker. I cannot wait to try them out and see what the hype is all about. And then number 1, Goldie's Barbecue, just outside Fort Worth, Texas in Kennedale. Goldie's is fantastic. I actually did a video there, their grand opening. Great food. Didn't get ribs that day. Still haven't had their ribs in 2 attempts. That's on me though for showing up late. Goldie's, well deserving. Great barbecue. Great group of guys with backgrounds from all over Austin, including Franklin. And yeah, well deserving for those guys. I'm really excited to see how long they stay in their building though, because that building is a little small. Okay, for the rest of the list, we're going to go in alphabetical order. Jimmy over at the Smoking Hoe put together a nice little list. You can go check him out on Instagram and Twitter at the Smoking Hoe. All right, 1701 in Beaumont, Texas. Seen fantastic pictures online. Never been, can't wait to go. 2M Smokehouse in San Antonio. Guys, I don't know why I haven't been yet. 2M has been on my radar forever. I've eaten Esau's food when he was the pitmaster at La Barbecue. Just never made it to his joint. I need to change that. Next up is Baker Boys Barbecue. Want to go check them out. Blood Brothers, another one I'm really intrigued by. They have a lot of Asian influence with their barbecue. I think that would be really good. Brett's Backyard in Rockdale. Another place I need to get down to. Looks like it's got a great environment, very similar to the Snows vibe. I know they have their 30-year anniversary coming up. So wish I could make that because I think it'd be a lot of fun. All right, next is Brotherson's Black Iron Barbecue in Flukerville. This place is incredible. Now, I used to be the guy that would go to every barbecue restaurant and I had to get the Trinity, ribs, brisket, sausage. Brotherson's has great ribs, brisket, and sausage, but their sandwiches, man, their sandwiches are out of sight. Absolutely love their grilled cheese there. Next up is Butter's Barbecue. Great pictures on Instagram. Can't wait to check them out. Convenience West, way out west, out towards the like Marfa area, if I'm not mistaken. Cannot wait to check them out because I love that area of Texas. So underrated. Corkscrew Barbecue in Houston made the top 10 last week, if our last list, if I remember correctly. Still in the top 50. Next up, Dane's Craft Barbecue. Dane's Craft Barbecue in Fort Worth is phenomenal. One of my all-time favorites. The meats, the size, the desserts, the atmosphere at Lola's Trailer Park. Honestly, thought they could be top 10 this year. Disappointed they didn't make top 10, but ecstatic for them that they made the top 50. All right. Desert Oak Barbecue out towards El Paso. Need to check that out. Maybe I'll go see some friends out there. Distant relatives in Austin, Texas. To be quite honest with you, I don't know much about them. I saw the Instagrammer, the Smoking Hoe again. He was out there and looked pretty good. But it's the only picture I've really seen. Don't know much about them. The next one is Acre Barbecue. Most people probably think it's Acre, but it's actually pronounced Acre. Korean influenced barbecue. Only been around for 4 months. So a lot of folks were surprised they made the list being so new. Feeja's Barbecue is another place some people didn't know they made the list because they recently just moved to the brick and mortar from a corporate tunnel type environment. So good to see that they made the list because they have been working really, really hard. I think they were hit harder during the pandemic than most because a lot of their business was office workers. All right. Guest Family Barbecue in Waco, Texas. Need to get down there. Waco's got a couple of good joints there. Another one on the list we'll talk about a little bit later. Guest Family started off in a food truck. Now have a brick and mortar. Have a great brunch that I really want to try. Hayes County Barbecue. Made the list once again in San Marcos, Texas. Definitely want to check them out. Hellberg Barbecue, another Waco area barbecue joint. Just outside of Waco and Woodway. I went there for the first time to get tortillas. They sell the Flores flour tortillas there. Went ahead and got a slice of brisket and a rib. It was absolutely blown away. A month later, I drove back down to try the full menu. Great, great barbecue there at Hellberg. All right, next up is Hurtado Barbecue in Arlington, Texas. I actually have a couple of videos of Hurtado. Yeah, this place is awesome. Brandon Hurtado, owner of Pitmaster, advertises the Mexique. So a lot of tacos, birria tacos, brisket tacos. I think they sometimes do a chicken fried steak taco, as well as excellent brisket, ribs, sausage. Desserts there are phenomenal as well. Check out my videos at Hurtado. All right, next up, Hutchins Barbecue. Hutchins Barbecue is great, man. They're one of the few places on the list that are pretty much open all day, every day. They do a great job overall of keeping the quality, whether you're going at 11 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night. Hutchins is pretty good. They definitely made the Texas Twinkies very, very popular. All right, next up is Killen's Barbecue. Killen's down in Pearland, Texas. It's incredible. I've only been there one time, but they have the short beef ribs, excellent size, excellent desserts. The bread pudding there is a definite must. All right, La Barbecue. La Barbecue, man, I haven't been in forever, but I need to go. I've been about 4 times. Each time I'm blown away. The first time I ever did a barbecue crawl, I did John Mueller Meat Company, no longer in business. I did Franklin, and I did La Barbecue. First time I'd been to Franklin expecting great things. While it was fantastic, La Barbecue actually won that barbecue crawl. Can't wait to get back and try their El Sancho sandwich and maybe a hot gut. Next up is Lavaca Barbecue down in South Texas. I don't know much about Lavaca. Definitely have to research that and try to make a plan a trip to go down to check them out. LD's Barbecue, another place I'm ashamed to say never really heard much about. Okay, next up is Louis Mueller Barbecue in Taylor, Texas. This place is phenomenal. I really like to go here after visiting Snow's. Go to Snow's in the morning, drive over to Taylor afterwards, get a little plate to go, then head back home. Great little barbecue crawl on a Saturday morning. After Louis Mueller is Micklethwait Craft Meats. Been there once, really good sides. Not too far from Franklin. I know a lot of people want to go to Franklin, but just down the road, Micklethwait, a lot less of a line. All right. Oh, also a note, one of the owners of Goldie's actually used to work there, so a little trivia there. Mueller Smokehouse in Belton, Texas. Man, I love me some Millers. The entire family is fantastic. The desserts there is great. They do have a breakfast this time around. I have not gone for breakfast, but I'm going to. Future video, I'm gonna spend the day with the Millers. We're gonna do breakfast and lunch. I cannot wait for that video. All right, Mimsy's Craft Barbecue. Another place I've been wanting to go to. Again, didn't know if it'd make the list because they're so new. They cook on a reverse flow smoker they bought from Arnis Robbins out at Ebby. I've heard a lot of great things about them. All right, Pinkerton's Barbecue. Pinkerton's is fantastic. I've had the Pinkerton's food at festivals. I actually have a Pinkerton's hat sitting right here. I want to go to their San Antonio location so bad. That building looks incredible. I heard they got a great whiskey selection as well. All right, Rohingya Bbq out in Olton, Texas. Man, every time I go to West Texas, I end up getting too full at Ebby or going to try another barbecue joint locally. I don't make it up the 45-minute drive to Olton. Need to do that the next time I go to Lubbock. Food looks incredible. All right, Slow Bone Barbecue in Dallas, Texas. Slow Bone and I have a little bit of history. I've gone twice and it was very bitter, but I've heard they even improved there. Actually, I think since I've gone, they've actually even changed ownerships. I will say I did have a brisket pimento cheese slider at one of these festivals I attended. That was out of this world. Definitely give Slow Bone another chance. Smokaholics Barbecue. I had never heard of Smokaholics until I went to a barbecue festival in downtown Dallas. Can't even remember the name of it. It was on Father's Day, but Daniel Vaughn at Texas Monthly put it on at Old City Park. They had an old smokehouse there, and Smokaholics actually used that to make their sausage. It was incredible. At the time, they had been closed because of a fire. When they reopened, I made it a point to go out there. Actually filmed the video. Unfortunately, the quality, the sound sucked, so I never posted it. Need to go film that again because I did enjoy my meal and it was a good barbecue. Oh, Smokaholics. I think I skipped over that one. Smokaholics in Fort Worth. Man, I hear great things about their stuffed turkey legs. Definitely want to give them a shot. Stanley's Famous Pit Barbecue in Tyler, Texas. I've been there several times, never filmed. Need to make a video there. I absolutely love it. The Mother Clucker sandwich is very popular and a must when you go there. Teddy's Barbecue. Don't know much about Teddy's. I need to research that a little bit more. Tejas Chocolate. Last year they surprised a lot of people in the top 10. They stay on the top 50 list down in Tomball. Want to check them out, get some barbecue, maybe some chocolate as well. Valentina's Tex-Mex. One of my all-time favorite barbecue joints. I found out about Valentina's when they were a small food truck in front of a convenience store. Aaron Franklin, of all people, told me about them. He said that I could not leave Austin without checking them out. Forever grateful for that tip because breakfast, brisket tacos, absolutely amazing. Love Valentina's. Definitely get out there. Vera's Backyard, another place I want to try. They do the whole head barbacoa, one of the only restaurants in the country that can actually still do that. Pretty cool, want to go there. Then finally, Zavala's Barbecue in Grand Prairie, Texas. Love Zavala's, love their sloppy one. I love the thick pepper of their brisket. Served with tortillas so you can make little tacos. I wish they served some avocado because it pairs so nicely with their heavily peppered brisket. Very excited those guys made the list. Need to make it out to one of their fajita nights as well. So yeah, great list. Overall, I think all these joints deserve it that I've been to anyways. I think they deserve it. One big shocker for me was actually 407 Barbecue in Argyll, Texas. Did a video there a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago now. The barbecue there was phenomenal and at a good price. Great atmosphere. I don't get that one. I really don't. There's some on the list, I'm not going to say any names, that I've had that doesn't compare to the 407. I don't think there was too many barbecue joints in the Dallas-Fort Worth area listed, but yeah, that was a big shocker. Honestly, I was a little shocked that Pit Forks and Smoke Rings out in Slayton, Texas didn't make it. Didn't shock that Style Switch Barbecue didn't make it. Style Switch is good. Lance Kirkpatrick really has it going on over there, and yeah, I don't get that one. I don't understand that, but a lot of this times these lists, they want to represent certain areas. Maybe they thought, one area is oversaturated. I don't know. I don't make the list, nor would I want to take on the task of choosing the top 50 because it's almost impossible. Texas Monthly did another honorable mention list. They had another 50 joints on there. I know a lot of these made that list. Another one that I really enjoyed, I think could be on the top 50 list on the next go around, would be Tom and Bingo's Olympic. What Ian has done out there is top notch. I think by the next list they could easily be on there, but then again, who knows? So many great barbecue joints are coming out almost weekly, it seems like these days. Very popular cuisine. That's great for us. All right, so that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments which barbecue joint you would like to see me film at. I'm definitely going to do the top 10. I'll head on to Interstellar, Leroy and Lewis, and then Truth Barbecue, and film videos there. Then I'll start hitting the rest of the list as well as some not on the list. And that's a good reminder. Just because a barbecue joint didn't make the list doesn't mean they're not good. Some of my favorites, including, like I said, 407. Also Vaqueros. Vaqueros didn't make the list. That surprises me as well. Vaqueros is one of my favorite spots there in Grapevine, Texas. So if they didn't make the list, doesn't mean you have to stop going to them. In fact, they probably need your support more than ever right now. So definitely check out those joints. I thank each and every one of you for watching. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and help me out, hit that thumbs up as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. I can't say that enough. The fire is out.